Hey guys, it's me, the dude who talks, and welcome to today's video. So, I've been thinking a lot lately about music and feelings, and more importantly about albums that make me sad, or something that I've like to think that I've coined myself is albums to have an absolute massive sad to. I always think with music, obviously, it's something that's great for emotions, great for feeling, whether it's anger, joy, and in this case, sadness. So I've been thinking back about some of the albums that I like to listen to when I just feel like shit or just like want to have a cry or a sad. So I kind of picked 8 albums that are good to have a massive sad to. And like always, it's my opinion, obviously. Everyone's different, so I hope you enjoy. Ruins by Grouper is a much more recent discovery for me. I've been pretty much a big Sadboi for the past few weeks now, and I discovered this album on YouTube and I thought, alright, I'll give it a go. And I figured it's exactly what I needed because it's been on like my Spotify as well on repeat. Yeah, it's the 10th album by Grouper, released on the 31st of October 2014. It's considered her unplugged album, and it was recorded in 2011 in a place called Algeciras. I bet I've got that pronunciation wrong, which is in Portugal. What she said about the album was that it was a document. When she was like recording the album, she was like going on like long walks. Well, after when she was recording, obviously, and yeah, it was like a nod to that. It was like failed structures and also living in the remains of love. And what I thought about it, well, what I think about it is that it's very melancholic. It's very like stripped back in its sound. There's like only one instrument mainly used, and that's the piano. There's quite a few ambient effects as well, and there's also a microwave beep in one of the songs, which I find quite amusing in a way. But yeah, it's one of those albums if you just want to be alone and just want to be like sad and just feel, just like lay in bed in the dark and you just think life's shit, because it is. Okay, so Pain is Beauty was the first album I got by Chelsea Wolfe. Yeah, what can I say about this album? It really speaks to me. It kind of like conjures like some strong emotions when listening to it. And I was looking, when I'm doing this video, I was doing a bit of research, is that the album's themes were about idealistic love, and what Chelsea had to say about this album is that there's always going to be situations that we go through that are really hard, and we just have to be kind of strong, and if we get through to the other side, then we become wiser people and our lives become more beautiful. So I do think like the album is very cathartic when you listen to it, because it's, like I was saying, it conjures like some really strong emotions, and the waves have come. If you don't cry at listening to that song, you are not human, because that song is one of the most moving songs I've listened to in a long time. So yeah, this is more personal for me. Copia is like this ambient electronic album, which was released through Temporary Residence Limited Records, and yeah, the reason why it's one of my sad albums is because it reminds me of a time of uni, and I didn't have many friends except one person who wasn't very good at going out. He was quite introverted, which is understandable. And I struggled with a lot of things. Obviously, making new friends. I was like in a new place. I didn't know anybody. I really struggled with the work. And I dropped out after 3 months because I just couldn't hack it. And every time I kind of listen to this album, it reminds me of that point in my life where I just struggled with everything. And part of me thinks like I kind of failed at uni. I kind of should have tried harder. I should have like pushed myself out there a little bit more, but I didn't. And the album itself, oh god, it's so like moving. It's like there's one song called Indoor Swimming at the Space Station, and I swear it's just there to elicit like man tears from you. And thinking about it, it makes me think about how much shit I need to get together in my life. So there's that as well. So yeah, Obia. Yeah, watching from a distance. Well, you just basically need to listen to the album to know why. And I do have to include a doom metal album on this video, otherwise I wouldn't be doing my job. But yeah, it's Patrick Walker, bearing his soul on the record. It is fucking heart-wrenching, and it's even more tear-jerking, especially if you've seen it live. I remember they performed Damnation Festival, performing Watching from a Distance in full. Oh my god, there were fucking tears dripping down my eyes. Fucking, yeah. I was so glad that Nails were on, like, afterwards on a different stage, because that just helped snap me out of it and got me back in my angry state. So yeah, Watching from a Distance. Alright, so Fluorine is technically a EP, but I'm including it anyway because, you know, it's my video. So, listen to it. Listening to the record, her voice is literally the main component of the record. It's like stumbling on something like sacred. It's like her voice is that beautiful. And I'm going to go a bit personal again now. I had a family member pass away a couple of years ago, and I was like feeling really sad. So I remember going upstairs into my room, and I just put on Fluorine on, and in a way it kind of helped me kind of process my emotions a little bit for what I was going through, and that's why it's such a good album to have a sad to, because it really helps you feel sadness in a cathartic way and helps you deal with it. That's what I think about Fluorine. And she's also amazing live. I saw her supporting Tim Hecker, and I liked her that much that I bought, I think, Nepenthe on vinyl. So yeah, Fluorine. Alright, so Super Known is the 4th studio album by Soundgarden. There was a point where I was had this really shitty job. I was working there for a year, and yeah, I was basically a bitch boy there, and I just felt like shit most of the time. So I remember coming back home one day, and I decided to put Soundgarden on because I thought, why the hell not? And it was just like the way it was like spoke to me, because I felt so downtrodden and I felt so shit, and it was like, at least I've got music that kind of shares my feelings. And coincidentally, that I didn't know, and this was the song that spoke out to me most on the album, which was Mailman, was that song was about killing your boss. And I thought, oh, which would have appealed to me even more if I knew about it back then. But yeah, the lyrics are quite dark on the album, as you probably well know. There's like stuff like dealing with depression, especially the song Fell on Black Days. And there's obviously like themes about suicide. Also, Kim Tail from Soundgarden said that about the album, and especially with the lyrics, is that life may be good, but death is going to be better. And also, the drummer Matt Cameron said about the lyrics as well, that it's just a big fuck you to the world and a plea to just leave us alone. So yeah, Super Unknown. This album, Spiderland was released in 1991 through Touch and Go Records, and it is considered to be one of the albums that started post-rock, like the whole post-rock genre, but, you know, that's up for debate, isn't it? What it is with this album, it's something that, it's an album that's really, like, close to my heart, obviously, and it was at a time when I was, like, obsessed with post-rock, and I got this album. It was like the kind of themes like the song Donna Man, which is about alienation and feeling like lonely, which is something that I speaks to me a lot, because I'm not the best with people and I'm not the best at talking to people, and that kind of like thing where you feel like really lonely, like in a group of people, or, you know, obviously out and about, it just kind of spoke to me. And also like the song, the instrumental song For Dinner as well, that kind of brooding, like slow, sad feel of it. And yeah, there's also like some cool dynamics as well with like the kind of how quiet his vocals are, and it goes like really shouty and aggressive. It's kind of like just like kind of sticks with you, and you just feel that it's speaking to you, and it's there to like make you feel better, to make you feel like, yeah, maybe you're not that alone, or yeah, that's all I can say to it. It's just like, it's an album for when, obviously, like some the albums I've been talking about, just like when you just want to sit in the dark and just like, yeah, this album, just put it on. Okay, so that was me basically pouring my heart out about these albums, which are good to have a massive sad to. Have you listened to these albums, or do you have your own albums which are good for when you're sad? Please let me know down below in the comments section. Now, don't you worry, I will be doing a much cheerier video, hopefully this week. So yeah, it's not all doom and gloom. So if you liked me talking about this kind of shit, please like, share and subscribe, usual jazz and that. And all I've got left to say to you guys is I've been the Doo-Doo Talks, and cheers. You guys are fucking awesome. See you later. Still here. Alright, well the video's ended, but while you're still here, I'll just let you know there's videos to the left and right of me. So, yeah, get watching if you want. Talk about cool shit like music and live stuff where I go to gigs, talk about Vinyl Hall and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, fill your boots.